Okay, you guys still like cycle tracking videos? Let's go. This is how I knew the day I was getting my period, even with irregular cycles. I'm 10 months postpartum, and right now I'm just using BBT to track my ovulation, and that's because it can predict and confirm ovulation with pretty decent accuracy without having to buy LH strips. I have a Ferning microscope as well, but it's not really necessary at this stage. I'll put up a picture of last cycle's BBT chart, and the really easy thing about BBT, if you're taking it pretty regularly, consistently at the same-ish time under the same-ish circumstances, and you're looking at the overall pattern, even if it's not exact from day to day, that typical pattern is still going to become pretty obvious to you over time. Now, if you're brand new to BBT tracking, I'm going to make it real simple for you. Basically, most of the time when you ovulate, your temperature is going to drop down real low. During ovulation, your temperature is going to rise, and then after ovulation, your progesterone is going to keep your temperature higher than normal until either you're pregnant or your period comes. Now, most of the time when you're pregnant, your progesterone and your temperature are going to stay high. That's why sometimes if you're on progesterone post-ovulation, some people stop taking their temperature because it's going to make your temperature high regardless of whether there's a pregnancy or not. Most of the time, if you're not pregnant, your progesterone drops, your temperature drops, and all of these things together signal to your body to shed your uterine lining and you get your period. So BBT in a nutshell, if you can catch that low point, the jump, the sustained rise, you can confirm ovulation a lot of the time. I'm being careful with my words because, it's not exact, but I can do a whole other video on BBT and the things that affect it. Like if you're sick, obviously your temperature might be high if you have a fever and not because you ovulated. But for a normal, healthy situation with not a lot of external factors, it's pretty reliable. If you see those temperature change patterns, that you've probably ovulated. About 10 to 14 days of high temperatures following ovulation is pretty typical. For me, I usually get my period on 11 DPO. On, I don't know, whatever it was, 9 DPO, I think, my temperature plummeted. I was like, oh, it was a little surprising. My period did come later that day, so like clockwork. Okay, this video is 4 minutes long and I'm only halfway done my hair, so I think I'm gonna make a separate video on how I use this information for family planning purposes.